Hello, Taina. Nice to have you again in this kind of meeting.
Thank you for having me, and it's really interesting to discuss this deep stuff because really people are designed to be unique, and it's always interesting for me at least, to see how different we all are, and especially now when we need to know all these details to be who we are and to love who we are. So yeah, it's interesting to talk about that.
Yes. So now we are passing through to talk also about the mind, and I will talk a little bit about my practice. It's about crisis. People are asking when are coming people to solve issues in their relationship. How is the approach of them for the most of them? They are not coming just to improve, but they are coming when there are crises. I don't know if the same is the same for you.
Yes, exactly.
People are coming just to improve, or when it is something there.
You're absolutely right. Before, like, in order to solve any issue, you need to realize that there is an issue, and you need to confront, to be honest with yourself that, yes, there is an issue. So, kind of crisis. Because from my own experience, I know that when there is a problem, it's a sign from life, kind of, that there is a discovery to be made. So every problem is a very good sign that you are ready for a discovery, for one more discovery. And during my sessions with human design, I just help people to make these discoveries.
So,
And you? And
so
you?
nicely said, discoveries. Yes, when there are this kind of crisis, there are not endings, but it can be a way of discovering new things, and it can be so nice to discover new things about myself, about my partner, about our relationship. Yes, to have a nicer view.
Yes.
And this
As a
is
relationship coach, you know that, because maybe lots of people come in crisis, and what do they go away with?
yes, regarding crisis. Yes, I was involved there in this kind of discussions, and to see that sometimes both of the partners, even it's business, even if it's private, yes, you can see the desire in people to solve the issues, but there is something that is quite there that is not letting this coming easily. It's example that are seeing basal conflict more focused, and the others is seeing the things more peripheral. So it's important to create a common vision for both of the partners. One is more strategic, one is more holistic, and it's important for me to have for them a view that is common, to see that they are seeing the things quite the same, but the idea that even if we are men and women, or we have differences, yes, we are not quite the same. And I know that I worked and I discovered for me something with you regarding human design, regarding variables, and seeing that my mind is quite different that it is to my partner. I'm right-minded, my partner is left-minded. What can you tell us here about this mind, this
Yes.
variables, this
Yeah.
structure?
In general, variables are like subtle settings we have, and we have 4 variables, but today I suggest not to be too long, to talk about just two a little bit. It's about like mind, what setting in as personalities we have, and in vision, what settings in how we see things, kind of through what glasses we look at things. And I have a very interesting example of my clients, like, and it's also about relationship, what you work with. Because sometimes conflicts are based on tiny differences that grow into a big problem, though the difference is very tiny and can be just accepted that it's not against me, it's just a difference of the other. For example, one client of mine came with irritation about his wife, and they both are big businessmen. They have big business, but he said, I don't understand how she appeared to be so successful because when I ask her a simple question, a very narrow, simple, concrete question, it takes her so much time just to find a simple answer. And I'm waiting and waiting. And not only does it take her so much time,
I can understand that because I'm also right.
Yes, and not only does it take her so much time, but when she starts answering me, she starts from I don't know where, and she's approaching the concrete answer. I'm out of my patience already, and why is that? And I cannot stand it. And it's when you know your design and when you know the design of your partner in any relationship, you can just take into account this slight difference, which can grow into lots of conclusions about the other, about myself, that I'm not fast enough, or I'm not focused enough, or I'm not this enough, or she's not that enough. But it's in reality, it's just about slight difference. Because she is right-minded, as you said, and he is left-minded, and he is strategic, and she is receptive, and it takes her as right-minded more time to digest the whole situation, holistic situation. And if we talk about vision, left vision is focused and right vision is peripheral. So it's like as if we're in the center of the problem, of the situation. Peripheral person with the right vision sees everything from periphery to the center, like it's approaching from all the direction to the center. And the person with the left vision, they see should be, and they, if they are correct, they are concentrated kind of in what they see and what they focus their vision on. They kind of narrow down this focus. So it's important to understand that neither left nor right is preferable, is better than the other. They serve each other. They just do it in a different way.
I
But
like
if
it
we are,
as you said, yes.
yes, and
They
if
serve
we're
each other,
ignorant,
because I remember talking to you in one of our meetings, and you said to me, now we have to be more focused. This is our goal, to create this today. And I was talking more peripheral, more holistic, and you said now we have to focus. And it's quite good to be together, you as a left mind, I on the other side, and see when one have more advantages, the other has less advantages, and to work together. And
yes, exactly, because right-minded people can really see or can perceive, because they're receptive and they perceive the whole situation. Yeah, they can perceive something that left-minded people don't see now. They just are focused on something else. And so right personality can help the left personality change their focus and to focus on something else. Maybe it depends on the again, we don't divide a person into only some characteristics. We accept a person and perceive them as a holistic being. That's why it's important to know all these facets and to understand how it works. And it really helps in relationship just to know that in my situation, for example, it helped me to avoid unnecessary conflicts, because it's, for example, about the school. As right-minded, did you have any problems with how you were perceived at school?
I felt that I was never fitting there, because it was such a structure that I should follow and go to this kind of steps. And for me, it was more a holistic view, a more peripheral view. Let's see the things from here, not from here. And it was quite hard for me many times to be focused there and to understand the things. And I didn't find in the university an approach that is helping the ones that are having a brighter view to comply there, to be there and involved, to put their view and their work in a constructive way. They are just saying you should be like this, and you should be like the left-minded persons. And I really believe that school, because I met some other schools that are quite okay with this view, and they know about this, and it's quite okay to be like yourself, to embrace who you are, and it's okay for them to have both presentations models.
And the thing is that all the humanity is moving from, let's say, left to right. We are just now in this mutation process, and all these variables are changing from all the left to all right. And that's why the education, the whole approach in society is also like mutating, changing from the one which was good for left people, let's say, to the one which is more acceptable, working and efficient for right people, for right-minded, for right bodies, and so on. For example, I used to be an English language teacher for many years, and I saw that the one and the same thing that worked for some people didn't work for others. And that's what brought me to human design too, because I didn't understand why. It's it was an enigma for me. But now you can see that like several years ago, several decades ago, communicative approach to teaching languages started to be more and more popular. And it's because this communicative approach is kind of immersion a person into communicative environment. When it's the right approach, it's approach for right-minded people. Like I don't explain to you anything, I just immerse you, just like is you are just kind of emerging into the absolutely new environment, and you perceive everything at once. The language as a working, living situation. So for left-minded person, it's very scary, because I don't know what to focus on. I lose all of it because it's just coming to me and I don't understand not any part of it. So the former, let's say, approach was more for left-minded people, for left variables, and it was step by step, like from stage 1 we go to stage 10. And for right people, it's better to be in living situation, soaked in the language as it is, not dividing it into small parts or stages. You should go from 1 to 10. And in such a way, right personalities are better at exams, at any test. So it's not that somebody is better and worse. It's just about the different approach our children need, And we need in our partnership and even in business, in this relationship of boss and employee or subordinate. For example, if a boss is more focused left and the subordinate is right, we need to know that these people need different amount of time to digest, to suggest the best solution, and we need to take it into account.
I remember having a boss, a woman, years ago, and I was talking to her, and she said to me, "You are a poet." I said, "What?" Because she was more focused, she wanted something quick, and I was talking more holistic to say all the problem, and she was asking only for the result and for the solution right then. And she said to me, "You are a poet."
Yes, it's it really happens sometimes. So
yes. This tool helped me also to understand how we are working, and I know that there are some other tools that are saying to people, this is a person that is working more on the right side and on the left side. This is a person that is using one part of the brain, the other is using both hemisphere in the same time. It is for human design hard to find this kind of approaches of the mind. It's very easy, or it's a big process?
We don't say that somebody uses one hemisphere and the other. It's just for variables that are different. For example, one person can have 2 left variables, 2 right, 3 left, 1 right, all 4 right, and so on. And it defines how different we are on at the very subtle level of perceiving information, of digesting information, of lots of characteristics. So I cannot talk about it in details now because it will take very much time, but what I can say that we do have our support group in which we really help participants not only to know these subtle settings about themselves, but also to live, not to be shy and afraid that I'm different, but to benefit from this uniqueness, to grow.
Nice.
Because I accept my uniqueness. And this is what we are here for, to empower people to be themselves and to support them in this mutation process from who I was set to be, who I am expected to be by somebody, to who I really am. And this is what we do in our support group.
So I understood that this is something simple. It doesn't require to ask many questions or to make some tests. It's something simple, and coming in this support group, it's people can find this kind of variables very easy, and they can use this kind of things in their lives to live exactly how they are, and to be fulfilled as they are, and to show themselves, this is who I am, and I have also a good part in this situation. It's not only the bad part that others are showing. Oh, you are a poet, you are like this, you are not okay.
For me, it's good, but for me, it's a good thing if somebody says I'm a poet. But I do understand what you mean.
Yes, if you are saying only the part that is, oh, I'm not like the others, you can say I'm not okay. But if you see that it's quite okay to know how you are working,
it's very simple. You're right. It's very simple. The most important and difficult thing is to implement it in your real daily life. And this is also what we help with. We take practical life situations, true to life situations, and we just help the person themselves to see what's going on, why there is a conflict, why there is friction, why there is misunderstanding, and relax about it. Accept, okay, I'm like this, they are like that. It's okay to be different, and we can moreover benefit from it. And how we can benefit? This is what we, how through what glasses we look at all kind of conflicts, let's say, or misunderstandings.
And for me, it was also good to find out how I'm acting, because now I'm able to switch on the other side. Even it's not natural for me, but when I have to be like this, I can be like this, but not for the whole day, for a couple of minutes, hours, and it's easy to balance, and because I can benefit in this way of this knowledge. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for talking about the mind, to say that the mind is not right.
It's
Sorry.
very interesting. It's very interesting. Thank you for this interesting topics, and it's very important really to know such subtle differences. We all know that we are different, but we sometimes cannot imagine how different we are. And that's
So nicely said.
what I call discoveries. It's really enriching discovery we can make about ourselves and the other, that can make our life easier, simpler. We don't take it personal, like it's me who is not good enough, or it's the other who is not good enough, or something like this. We just learn to perceive this diversity of life. And these videos, I hope, will help more and more people to know how diverse we are and to accept themselves and others. So subscribe to this channel.
Stay tuned. Yes, we are going to make more videos interesting like this one.
Yeah, we
Follow
talk
us.
about environment. Yeah, environment, bodies, lots of other differences, and I
with
hope
lots
it
of
will help.
examples to be easier for everyone to understand and to get something from every video, not just concepts like.
Yeah. And if you want to know more about yourself, just you're welcome to join our support group too. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Taina. Till next meeting.
Yes, till next time.
See you.
See you.